Hello, automation testers. In this particular video, I'm going to explain about how to use Katalon Studio along with GitHub Repository. I hope GitHub Repository, everybody knows about it because it's a well-known software. Okay, so just to give a very quick overview about GitHub Repository, it's a remotely hosted version control system, right? So we use this GitHub repository to store our code in the remote place, whether it is public or private repository, and we can do a version control of it based on our release requirement, right? So yeah, so that's a very quick explanation of GitHub repository. If you have already worked on any source control system like Perforce or any other repositories, I think exactly similar to that. Okay, so while working with Katalon Studio, so Katalon Studio code, our test cases also it's a format of code, right? So as an automation tester within the project, we should be able to store our test scripts in a remote place, in a safe place, and control the versions of it, and along with the developers. Okay, that's the best practices. So Katalon Studio, it comes a ready-made integration availability, okay, within Katalon Studio for GitHub repository. Okay, that's what I'm going to explain now. Okay, so to work with GitHub along with Katalon Studio, you should have already Katalon Studio downloaded and installed in your machine. Okay, so I hope you already have done it. Otherwise, please do that. Okay, so in my case, I'm using Windows. In my case, I'm using a Mac. So I have installed Katalon Mac version. If you're not using Mac using Windows, so please install Windows. Exactly same. Katalon Studio is same on both the platform. Okay. So if you look at the Katalon version, Katalon Studio, about Katalon Studio in my machine, so you can see that I got 604. Some from particular version of Katalon Studio, so GitHub repository integration is already available. Okay. So you can see that the GitHub icon is already there in the tool menu, so but it looks disable mode, right? So that means the feature is available, but this is not activated. To activate this, you should go to Katalon preferences. In Mac, it is available under here in this position. If it is Windows, it's available under window menu item. Okay, so go there, preferences, and you can see that under Katalon, there's an option called Git, and select it. So there's a checkbox, enable Git integration. Okay, select that, apply, click OK. So as soon as you have done that, you can see Git icon is activate, and there's a little drop down. So there are a few options here. Okay, so now what we have to do, once it has been activated, you should be able to clone the repository which has been created in the GitHub. Okay, to do that, you should go to github.com. Let's go to github.com. So I assume you know how to use it. If you haven't don't know, so maybe you can Google and understand. Maybe I can do later a detailed video about it. Okay. Let's log in. If you're not created account in GitHub, so you have to create an account using sign up. So you know that how to create that. So I assume you already created. Click on sign in. Use your username and password. Login. Okay, so you can see that this is my account, GitHub repository account. So I can see the plenty of repositories available. So basically, when you log in into GitHub repository, you will have a dashboard, something like this, and you can create a number of repositories. Okay. So let's create a repository in GitHub. So go to new repository and a menu item, select this. Owner is my name, and repository name I give Katalon and Git demo. Okay. So for just a quick description, demo for learning Katalon and Git integration. since it is free, I make it public and click create a repository. Okay, I'm not explaining any GitHub specific features. Anyway, we can discuss in a different video. So here I'm just creating straight away a repository. I created a repository, and you can see that the repository endpoint or link is available here. I'm taking HTTPS. One, you just copy by clicking on this and go back to Katalon Studio and click on this drop down, click clone project. Now I'll ask for the repository. Okay, since I already have copied in my clipboard, so it's been already copied, paste it here. Of course, it's same. And authentication, you should be able to give username and password of GitHub repository account. Okay, so click next, and it says source Git repository is empty. Yes, of course. So in GitHub we don't have anything, it is completely empty. By seeing this message, you can see that so integration between Catalan and then Git has been established, so it is notifying that it is empty. That is fine. Click next. Where you would like to store, it's asking. I would like to store under desktop, save it under Katalon folder. I have already Catalan folder created under desktop. Say finish. Okay, so you can see that now it is cloning the repository. As soon as clone, you can see the project name, the project location name got changed to the particular repository name, and all the folder structure you can see here, it is completely new. Okay, so basically what's happening when you create when you clone the repository from the GitHub, it is creating the framework folder basically for you for automation activities. Okay, fine. Once this is done, now if you go to GitHub dropdown and show history, so there is nothing now because you haven't written any code and you haven't checked in or checked out, so it is completely empty. So let's create a test case, recorded a test case for particular functionality of a website, and see how to check in, commit that code into Git and see how it works. Okay, I assume already you know how to create test cases in Katalon Studio. Otherwise, maybe you can go to my YouTube channel. There are plenty of videos about how to create test scripts in Katalon Studio, so you can learn and you can create that. Fine. So let's create new test case now. Yeah, I have created a test script using open source Orange HRM demo site. Okay, so I have executed also, it is working anyway. So while just to learn GitHub repository integration with Katalon, so that it doesn't matter whether it is going to work or not, but basically we should have something to commit into GitHub repository. Fine, we have a test now created. We have the object repository, all the objects which are there associated with a particular test. Now if you go to history, now at this point, you can see that there's nothing, right? Because we haven't checked in. But if you go to commit, you can see so unstate changes. That means these are the files which are not yet committed into GitHub repository. So what you should do, select all of this and state changes. By moving here, we are saying that, okay, so all these files I'm going to commit into GitHub repository. Please commit. Okay, give a first message. Always for GitHub, you should give a commit message for reference. So I'm giving a message, the first commit, and author, all this information I'm just keeping as it is, and commit push. I'm using this. Now you get a message saying that, okay, so for which branch I would like to commit the code. So I'm saying, yeah, master, but in reality, each automation tester can have a different branch. Maybe based on the releases you can commit anyway. So okay, so that is about pure into GitHub and version control maintenance that we can talk in a different video. Okay, so by default here you select here next. So it's been push has been confirmed, right? The code has been pushed to repository. Finish it. So pushing to remote repository. Now it is pushing the code into remote repository. It has pushed. You get this message once it is successful, and click OK. Done. So when you go back to GitHub repository, yeah, so this is the application which I have used to automate the particular test script, and refresh this page. So now you can see that the complete this particular automation project folders, along with all the test scripts and object repository, whatever you have created, it has been pushed. That means committed into GitHub repository, right? So you can see that there is one commit, so made by this particular user, that's me, so 2 minutes ago. In your real-time project, more than one automation tester working within your team, definitely everybody will be committing their code into the repository. So you can see multiple users commits here and the changes. Okay, this is the very high-level explanation about integration between Katalon and GitHub repository. There are a lot of other things, to understand. Anyway, we can talk about those things in our future further videos. If you need any more explanation or advanced level video or topics about this, so please comment on this particular video in my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel to see all future new technology videos. Okay, thank you.